Hello, welcome back to Ryker Rides. Today's video has been a long time in the making. I've gotten lots of requests to do this. My bike finally needs it, so I'm going to do it. That's how I do all my videos on a need-to-know basis, and I need to know how to change the fuel filter. So I've done my research and I'm going to share it with you. So this is what a new fuel filter looks like. Very pretty. And this is the floater that when the gas goes in, it fills up and lets you know that you're full. And then when it goes down, that's when you know it's time to fill up. This right here, this is a very interesting piece. This right here, this white piece, is your fuel filter. This whole thing is a whole combined unit. So in the manual, I'd ask you to replace the fuel filter. I'm going to double check, but I think it's every 6,000 miles. And it wants you to replace this one piece. So not only can you not access it without taking out the entire fuel pump, but you also, there's nowhere, Can-Am has no item to buy just this fuel filter. So people tend to kind of ignore it, and then it kind of, whatever, you have problems, whatever. So it's just weird. It's kind of a mislabeled a little bit, but this is how, in order to change the fuel filter, you need to change the whole thing. Kind of weird, but this is what we're working with here. So let's get started. Let me start by saying, here's my little disclaimer. I don't want to hear people calling, commenting down there. I am not a certified Can-Am mechanic. Not at all. I'm not even a certified anything. I'm not a certified mechanic. I don't even pretend to be a mechanic. I am not a mechanic. I'm just having fun on my bike. So this video is just for entertainment purposes, so you guys can watch and laugh and have a great time. So if you're going to change out your fuel pump, I suggest you bring it to an authorized Can-Am dealer. Okay, good. Next. To get started, we need to access where this is going to go. And it's going to go right underneath this. That's where your gas tank is. That's where you need to access everything. It's not that hard to make this come off. But you do need to remove 10 push pins, 5 from each side. And I'm just going to point to where they are. You want to open up your trunk, hood, something. So you're going to have 1, 2, and this is one hidden one in here, 3, 4, and then the 5th one is, where's the 5th one? Where are you hiding? Oh, right up here is the 5th one. I didn't count that one yet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. 1, 2. Okay, you remove those 5 on each side, and then I placed them all right here on the ground to kind of keep it all nice and organized. You don't want to lose your push pins. And this is how easy this is to take off. So now this is all exposed. This, because we removed the push pins, this now gets out of your way, and this slides completely out. I'm going to place this nicely. And then now, you know, this is where your fuel goes. And now you're going to access the area that we need by removing this panel. And you're going to need to release these wires that are here that go to your all your controls, your throttle and your everything up here. And there's one more. So if you can see in there, you've got little connecting points that the wires are hidden under. So it's 1, 2, and there's a 3rd connection point right here. So you kind of want to weave this through. You can see it's kind of stuck on there. And you just weave that through. Don't be afraid to give it a little tug. One more connection point right here, and you can just, this will just pop right out. I hope. This should just pop right out. Okay, you don't need it to come. There's another connection point right here, or you can just let it hang like I'm gonna do. I think that might be zip tied in. All right, this is where your fuel pump is gonna go. Right here. It looks kind of daunting, doesn't it? So I'm gonna release this. All right, the next part is to remove this air style clamp. And there's different names for it, but that's what I call it. And it's really tough to take off. And I'm gonna put all the part numbers on here and make sure you order a replacement for this as well. So in order to take this off, I'm telling you it's difficult. You need to, it clamps around, so where it clamps and it closes, you wanna get underneath with a flathead screwdriver and then pop it up. Don't worry about breaking any of this stuff because you're gonna be replacing that. So feel free to use that as a lever. Such an awkward location. Almost had it. Yeah, you see it? You see it? That was awesome. You can actually see it coming off. So this is your fuel pump. This is like your, not your fuel pump. This is the hose. You fill up your gas, and this is what brings the hose here. So before I undo this, I'm gonna go grab a towel in case there's any fuel in there. I don't want it to get on my bike. Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna come out. I'm assuming nothing, but just in case, you should always be ready. Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah, it comes out fast. So, gross. So definitely be ready. Now I'm scared because it comes pouring out. Oh, you gotta love that gasoline smell so early in the morning. I'm gonna take this whole thing off. Okay. Yeah, it comes out fast. Okay. Definitely have a towel ready. Whew, that actually did not make that much of a mess as I would have thought. Oof. I'm glad my garage door's open. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist tie this in the up position. Actually, let me, there you go. Nope. There, nope. Nope. I'm gonna put it right in there. There you go. Perfect. Let me clean up all this. Oh God, this smells terrible. The cameraman's backing up. Cameraman Scott. Hey Scott, thank you for your help, man. I appreciate it very much.
You're most welcome.
All right, so this is, it takes a little bit to get started, and then when you're twisting it, what I do is I hold this, and then I twist it, and you're gonna notice it'll pop up. And the whole thing pops right up. Take this off. We're gonna be replacing this seal, and I'll also put the part number up for the seal. And this is gonna come all the way out. It seems weird that there's all this exposed wire inside gasoline, but it works. My bike is pretty much on empty. I don't know if that's necessary to make this change. Okay, so we do need to unplug and then reconnect some of these wires. but we don't want the wires to go back in there. Use your existing stuff to help you keep your wires up. Okay. Little shaky, like you do. Get the little drips off. Dripping a little bit of gas. And then there is your fuel filter that's here. That's what we're replacing the whole thing. This is what your fuel filter looks like after it's been sitting in gas. Probably quite dirty. All right. And then I'm gonna put it here so all the gas and everything can stay there. We're getting rid of this seal, putting on a brand new seal. Anytime you change all the stuff out, you always want to put a fresh seal on it. I left it on like this so I can know exactly how it should go back on. So it's the little rivets in here are going to attach back in here. I guess that didn't go there, right? Hold on. I mean, poop. Okay, I dropped the spring in, the rubber gasket inside. How stupid can you possibly be? And now I have to reach my hand in and fish it out in the gas. So I'm gonna go get a glove. Luckily my gas tank is not full because I'd be into like here. So, oh my God, I can't believe how stupid. So be careful with your rubber gasket. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna go get a glove and fish this out. Glove on, I'm going in. Oh, it's warm in there. Oh. I feel like, you know, when you have to give birth, help a calf give birth, you have to reach deep in the canal. I feel like, oh, I got it. I feel like this is what this is. Oh. Yep, the glove covered me. All right. This has been, all right, it goes like this, not in. I'm gonna pause for a second and clean that off. Oh, God. All right, now to add, we'll now put the fuel pump and fuel filter back in here. You wanna make sure your gas tank is as empty as possible in case you drop something in there, like I did, and just, I feel like it'll make less of a mess, maybe less fumes, so try to make sure your gas tank is empty while you're doing this project. That's a pro tip. Okay, now we're gonna put this is gonna go on first. We need to fish out this that we snuck through here to hold it. And that's gonna go in here. I'm gonna put this back in here for another minute. Now we're gonna gently place this on here, just like that. Don't move. And now we're gonna grab the new fuel pump. And so this is important to notice. It has a spring on here. Remember it popped up when we took it out? So it has a spring on here. So it's not gonna sit all the way in. It's gonna be pushed in and pressure fitted in there. And I find the best way to do this is you're gonna come at from an angle. You're gonna come in this way and then tighten it up. I'll show you what I mean. It's like a gentle surgery because you don't want this wire to fall in there. You don't want this to fall in there. So actually I'm gonna pull this up a minute so I'm not stressed out about it. Yeah, that's a good idea. That way I don't have to worry about it. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Nope. Yes, okay. So before this gets any deeper in here, you want to connect this. You don't want this to go in. without being connected to these two parts. So push this in, make sure it's super, super tight. There's no, see that has a little gap there? Make sure there's no gap. Push as hard as you can, okay. Now that's ready to get dropped in here. I'm so worried about dropping this green gasket in here again. All right. Before we put this on, this needs to go on first because it's not going to get over this. So this is your next step. And again, you want to press this down a little bit. Don't be afraid. That's what that spring is for. And now it's going to want to try to turn. So you want to hold this. You want to only turn the black piece. You don't want your filter and everything turning around with it. This is going to get super, super tight. So it's a nice pressure fit there. And I'm probably going to come back and try to tighten that even further. Now you're going to put this on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that, and I'm going to reconnect the fuel hose. So you want to pop this cover off. Next, what I'm going to do before attaching anything else is we are going to attach the fuel hose to the fuel pump. So do you remember that clamp we took off? Here's the replacement one. And actually, if you look at the, sorry, my hands are trying to find a clean finger. So if you look at the replacement one, this is how we took off the original one. We went in there with a flathead screwdriver, and we got underneath this and undid it. So this is what it looks like before it's crimped on. So we're going to put this on, and then I'm going to very carefully, because keep in mind there's still gasoline in here. I'm going to come around and push this on. As far as you can. Easy. That was not hard at all. Now you're going to come through and slide this where it's supposed to be. And you're going to pinch this, which is in turn going to make this clamp onto the hose. All right, this is what it should look like when it's done. It's gonna have that little, it's gonna be sticking up like this, just like it was on the old one that we took off. It did require these special clamp style pliers, which I just happen to have, but you need this to kind of, I tried regular pliers and it just did not work. All right, we are almost done. Going to just attach this now. Make sure this is nice and tight. All right, we're literally done. Now we just need to put the bike back together, and it is, look at that beautiful mess. I'm so happy. Another thing you want to look out for is see how this arrow, I have it lined up with this to make sure this is, the fuel pump is laying in your bike correctly, as well as make sure this is nice and tight and flush all the way around, that it's screwed on properly. So now I'm going to start the bike and make sure the fuel is going where it needs to be going. It doesn't sound weird. I'm guessing it's going to sound a little weird in the beginning because it's going to be starting to suck everything through there. Let's try. Wish me luck. If it blows up, guys, it's been great. I've loved getting to know all of you. It's been an awesome channel. Thanks for the ride. So in case things go awry, that did not sound good at all. Let's try again. Woo. So, okay. I am getting a maintenance thing on my dashboard, but that's because my belt is due. I have this because my belt is new, not because of anything we're doing today. I have to change the belt again for the second time. I need to change my belt because I've got 21,000 miles. It's due for another belt change. right, I'm so excited that this actually worked. And thank you guys for watching. And hopefully this helps you. It helps you save a lot of money. Again, I'm going to put all the links and the exact codes that you need to replace your fuel filter when the time is due. Happy riding, everyone. Stay safe. Have fun. Bye, everyone.